So guys, it's been another eventful day in my crazy life. This morning I got up and was playing around on my phone and noticed my video speed, or my internet speed rate was very slow. So I called into Rogers to find out what was going on with it, and they proceeded to tell me that my bill was like $700, $700 something dollars. So I was like, whoa, back to bust up. Why is my bill $700? And then they informed me that my phone uh, lease to save option was up in May, and that I needed to return the phone and get a new phone in order to get rid of that $500 and something dollar payment that it was, plus the outstanding balance. I had like $177 balance on there. So I had, needless to say, this morning, instead of working on the shed like was the plan, I had to drive into Truro, which is the closest town with a Rogers in the mall, and go and deal with this phone. Excuse me. I was in there until 4 o'clock trying to deal with this. It took forever for the information to transfer, like my data to transfer from the old phone to this phone. And this is a S25. Is that what it is? S25, I think? Yeah. S25 phone. So this one was cheaper than the other phone I had. I think that one was the S23 or S24 plus, something like that. This one was a bit cheaper. So I went with this one instead. It's good enough. I don't need anything super special. Just it does good video and everything too, so you can see there. So, and yesterday evening, I kind of went cleaning crazy and took everything from under here, all the stuff that was stored there and all the stuff that I had stored over there, and stuffed it in the shed. So after, you can see, after I get all my stuff in here, there's really not much room left, eh? It's pretty tight now, even with all this stuff in here. And this is 8x12 shed, but it's in here. I still got to do some organizing. I'm gonna put a 4-foot shelf from here to there and all the way across, so then I can store all my winter camping gear. All this stuff here that's piled up can go up there. That'll give me a bit more room, and then I can I'll have a bit more room in this corner. This bike is gonna have to hang up on the roof somehow. I want to put some hooks and stuff in the walls for hanging up extension cords and stuff like that. I'll try to organize it a bit more and see if I can manage to scrape up a bit more room. But it's all in here except for my dirt bike, so, and the few things over there, the ladders and stuff like that will probably stay outside anyway. And the staging decks, I think I'll put hooks on the wall and just hang my staging decks on that, and my ladders and stuff like that. All that stuff can stay outside. This thing, I don't know where I'm going to put that. That's heavy as hell, man. God, is that heavy. That's a 21K fifth wheel hitch. It's bloody heavy. I had to roll it off the truck just to get it there. I don't know where I'm going to store that thing. I have no idea where that's going to store. I might stick it underneath the fifth wheel or something and wrap it in a tarp so it hopefully it doesn't rust to shit. Yeah, I might do that. So the plan with the fifth wheel, now once we get the shed done, we get that all taken care of, the plan is to start working on the fifth wheel, and we're going to close all this into the ground and skirt it all the way around. And my plan is to put a wood stove inside in this space in here. So I'm going to go pick up some gravel. I'll throw down some gravel all around here and here. And I'm trying to burn down this brush and get rid of some of this crappy brush that's sticking around here, and I'll pull this mat up and then I'll throw some gravel in underneath here. Get all this graveled in out to here and over here. I'll just throw as much as I can underneath the fifth wheel to just to make it look a little bit better. And then we'll work on closing this whole thing in. I'm gonna box it in with plywood. Box it in with plywood, put a door on it, and I'm probably gonna insulate it too. I might insulate it with rigid board insulation. We'll see. It's either going to be rigid board insulation or I might use that bubble wrap. It's going to be kind of a semi-permanent thing, especially for the winter until I start building the cabin here. So I'll skirt all this in, close it off with plywood and all the way around the whole thing. And we'll put a wood stove in here. I'm going to get a couple of cords of wood brought in before winter, hopefully, and then we'll find a spot to pack that stuff, and then we'll these doors open up, so we'll end up opening these up and pin them up, and then the heat can come into here. And I might drill some holes in here underneath the stairs, like big holes, like probably 5 or 6 inches, just so the heat can pour into the camper, and then the heat will go down underneath the camper and keep all the belly warm, and it'll keep my bed and everything nice and warm underneath here for the winter, because I don't want to use propane because it creates too much moisture. So we'll do that. And this all this stuff is metal in here, right? So it's all this is all metal too, right? So you just got to make sure I don't have it too hot in there. You don't need it too hot. I mean, it doesn't get very doesn't get very cold in the wintertime here in Nova Scotia. I think the most I've ever seen it is -15. Maybe on like a really cold day, -20. Excuse me, but that's not bad. That's no problem. And then there'll be the challenge of water, which is, as long as that spring stays open over there, which I do think it stays open during the winter, I can always get water there. And I can fill up the jerry cans I have and bring it back here and dump it in my tank. And my tank is, the floor is insulated in this thing, and it's got a bag that goes across it. It's apparently winter package, so it that should help. And with it all skirted in, that'll help a lot. So hopefully that'll work for the winter. And I found my RV wash, so I'm gonna get a scrub brush, and when I get up there and scrub everything down, like this thing needs a bath. You can see all the grime and dirt on it. So I'll go around and wash it all down, and then I'll get up on the roof and wash all that down. I would like to get some of that liquid rubber for the roof and go over that again. The guy who I bought it from done it last year, but I'd like to go over it again with that liquid rubber stuff. You know, if you've seen commercials for that stuff, but apparently it's pretty good. Yeah, get some of that stuff, go over the roof, make it all nice, and it should be good for winter. So I'll have to get solar, and I'm going to put solar, probably put solar on a roof somehow mounting it up there, but the roof is the best spot for it for sure. And then I'll charge up my battery. I need to get a new cord for charging my Jackery, because the dog ate Rusty, he little shit, he ate the fucking power cord for that. So I need to get either might try putting a new end on it, see if that'll work. We'll try that first before I call Jackery and get him to send me a new cord. and I can't charge that thing off the current generator I have. So I'm gonna have to invest in another generator because this thing is just a little 800 or 950 watt. It's just that little guy right there, right? It doesn't do really anything. I mean, it'll charge my laptop and phones and batteries and stuff like that, but when you plugged it into the jack, it just died. Just puked. It was so bad. It's looking good here now. The sun is setting. Nice tall trees. Definitely love it. We got quite a bit of rain. Was it yesterday and the day before? Yeah, 2 days in a row it's been dumping rain, so everything has got nice and waterlogged, and the humidity is disgusting here right now. So boys are inside. Look. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, Roddy? Mr. Waggle. I call him Mr. Waggles because when he waggles, when he wags his tail, it's like full body waggles. This is the back area down to the river. There's still all that brush that needs to be dealt with. Like, I have to keep working on the brush, and I got lots more trees. All these little trees I want to clean up. Cleaned up a bunch of trees back through here. See some I took down here and all around here. So that actually opened it up quite a bit. You can actually walk in here now at least and move around. So my property goes back there even further yet. So you can see all these little trees, how everything's just so crowded. No light can get down here for anything underground to grow, right? So it's all just like dead leafy stuff. So we're trying to thin all this stuff out to get it to the point where it can get some light in here. But I can walk back here somewhat. But all this stuff needs to be cleaned out and stuff. I sat down and spent an hour and a half sharpening the chain on my chainsaw, so that should be good to go now. And have a shower tonight. There's a tree up there. This guy right here, that needs to come down. That guy's dead. That is what they call a dead standing tree. One the kayak is leaning up against. So that guy has to come down. There's a cluster right here too. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 dead standing trees there that need to come down. They'll just fall down on my truck. So those need to come down. Yeah, you can see them there. See one, another one there, another one there, and then that one over there. These are big trees out there. This was a nice tree right here. I didn't want to take that one down, but I said in a previous video the excavator operator was whining about it, so I had to take it down. Beautiful sky tonight. It's my neighbor's lot. That's where I was parked before. I gotta pick up a chain too. Need a chain to go from that tree to that tree. I'm gonna put some private property signs up there and no trespassing and cameras on site. I have some cameras around the property that I use, like trail cameras and stuff like that. I'm gonna get a few more too as well. I'm gonna pick up, I don't know if you've ever seen those solar So outside solar lights, they're wide. They're pretty bright. I think there's something like 1,000 lumens or something. 1,000 or 1,500 lumens, something like that. They're really bright. And I'm gonna put one on the shed, and I'm gonna put one on a tree. Probably put it on a tree up there. And they're motion sensitive, so if anyone walks up here or anything, those will come on and just be like a blast of light. Not that I'm too worried about it. I mean, people here seem to be pretty good, but it's just a deterrent, right? So yeah, that's what we're up to today. It's been an eventful day. It's been a lot of running around. I'm having a Miller Lite before I get in the shower. Alright guys, well, I'm going to enjoy my beer, get in the shower, and probably call it a night here pretty early. Alright, like and subscribe, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching, guys.